Hey Tubies, this is going to be a video response to Tree of Life '09, his tarot video. Recently we have befriended on YouTube, and we thought it would be a good idea if we swapped tarot readings. And so, well, okay, we can do that, it'd be fine. But as you may know, most of my viewers already know, how I get prepared for my tarot readings and how I do with it. I do it in a very basic way, my own little way. I but I do shuffle them as many times as I can between readings because um, you don't really want to have other you want it to be a completely new reading. You don't want any other cards, it's just organization. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Um, so yeah, that's what I think on that. I do I do sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. uh I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well. Anyway, I wanted to tell you first off before I started that I'm starting to develop for some reason a new psychic ability that I'm not quite understanding yet. But it happens to be when I first get when I first meet somebody or when I first see somebody. I usually get an image, a flash image of something in my head, and it's generally a scene that I can see somebody in. And I get wonderful practice with this at work. So, um, but for you, immediately I saw a darkened room. It doesn't mean you're a dark, evil person. I didn't say that. Just it could be a darkened room. It could be anything from a bar or club to the movies to your altar. It could be anything dark, where the light is very minimal. But I also saw I see like a very plain light right over your head, kind of like ever seen a pool table in a bar. It's got that basic light that just shines on the table, and that's it. And it's dark and musky and smoky because people smoke in there. That's kind of what I got. I see there. Do you I don't know if you know anything about that. Let me know if that's true or not. If I'm on to something here. Might need your help on that one. um. So yeah, I do have my black obsidian ring for spirit communication, and my quartz stone to capture all negativity that may come through. And for the first time, I'm going to show you I'm connecting to my raven. The raven is sorry, back up. Is my totem, and which is why I call myself Ravencroft. That's my craft name. Is my totem, and generally I see them as the messengers from the gods. I met the first raven I ever really actually magically came in contact with. I asked for a feather I could use on my altar, and I wanted one from a raven because they're my totem. Well, one day, coming home from work, there's a raven standing there, like walking across, stopping me from walking to my car. Well, right as I stopped, he shook off for some reason, he started shaking, and he dropped one feather, looked at me, and took off flying away. I was like, thanks. So yeah, I'm going to use my raven because he's a very helpful totem that I like to use. But, like I said, I don't have much time on my readings, so I really have to speed things up. So, sit up a little bit. First card I give you, I'm just going to do a basic Celtic cross spread. First card I give you, the Two of Vessels. This one represents you. Somebody of great patience. There you go. I think you have a lot of patience when it comes down to certain things. I want to say emotions. When it comes down to people's emotions, you really want to be compassionate. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Very compassionate person. And what crosses you is the Eight of Swords. And in this one, I haven't shown you my deck before. The Eight of Swords, the Joan of Arc, actually, is what I usually think of when I get this next few cards in the series. And it generally means um, inacceptability, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's a word, but it means something. They're not accepting of something. Something's not accepting. Either you're not accepting something, or people aren't accepting you. Either way, you have to come to terms with that. That's what this is telling me. The basis of this entirely is the Lover's card. I think you're going to have to overcome odds of acceptance in order to gain the compassion and affection that you want from another person. Um, Other influences from the past suggest the consort. The consort is somebody, I believe, of a very masculine type. Um, I'm seeing a really past relationship for you, really. And it's somebody who's very aggressive comes to mind. Kind of aggressive, but not, abusive. Um, Crowning card. What you're truly thinking is the Mother of Cups. She is another woman of compassion. There's a lot of compassion, emotion, and love in this reading. A mother of emotion and creativity. She suggests that we almost conquer our emotions for others, as she is pointing to the dolphin, to the other creature, that she's conquering her chalice or holding her chalice, the dolphin here in this picture. If I can show you real quick. Have to do fast reading, sorry. Future-wise, really, we have the time card. This means that time will tell, obviously. It's suggesting giving things time, obviously. But how do you see yourself? I think you see yourself as the Knight of Wands, or Acolyte. I can still not say that freaking word. Of Wands, Acolyte of Wands. Basically the Knight of Wands, and he generally represents, of course somebody who is very spirited. Somebody's very spirited. You see yourself as very spirited, which could be true. You very see yourself in that situation particularly as somebody who is insightful. But others see it as something of a new thing you're not understanding. They think you don't understand, and so they don't agree necessarily. Somebody's not agreeing anyway. As told by the Knight of Wands, or Acolyte of Wands, or Pentacles. I'm sorry. Hopes and fears. I think you're gonna you fear getting trapped. Obviously, it's the Nine of Wands, and this isn't the same Nine of Wands as you see in a regular deck. It's got the same image of them walking off with the wands, but it's the Joan of Arcadia card, the same one, where she's imprisoned and praying for her life, obviously. I think you fear getting trapped, and ultimately, I don't think you really should. Somebody's always going to be there to pick up the pieces, obviously. Ultimately, you see a young, I really can't tell from this card if it's an Asian boy or a Native American boy. I don't know. He's on, the Great Wall of China, so it leads me to believe that he's Asian, but he looks like an Indian. Anyway, it's the Four of Pentacles, where you're just, just not letting things go. Things are stumbling about, and you're striving your hardest to keep things balanced, which we all should. But learn to let things go, and that's generally what I'm seeing here for you. So, I'm hoping you really enjoyed this one, and I'm deathly trying, to catch up on everybody's readings, and like I said, it's bad enough that it's difficult to give a reading for people on the internet or over the phone without them being face to face in front of you, for multiple purposes. But I mean, at least provide a picture or video, And I stress this enough because people keep sending me requests and I don't know who they are. It's just not going to work out. So,